fire when ready.
That's no moon, that's no moon. Moon, moon, that's no moon. That's no moon. It's a base station. Release the base.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gunga Droids, let me just start this battle. I just want to get into this recording while I'm high on the hilarity of this team right here. Grand Moff Tarkin. This is, well, we're going to explain everything, but this is Grand Moff Tarkin, a fairly accessible free-to-play character. I'd say one of the most accessible free-to-play characters is nuking 5 out of 6 Galactic Legends. Let me set this up and I'll explain everything here in a moment. Thrawn's getting the fracture. All right. Watch the magic happen in a few short moments here. Tarkin's about to get a turn. Let's give this health tech back over here. And Vader's going to do his thing. Literally just hit auto. Just hit auto. Sit back and relax for the next 4.5 minutes. Just give. You know, I remember when I picked up this game in 2015. I never would have thought this day would. This is the system. It feels like the game is absolutely broken, which it's all over the place right now. There is no more balance in the game. Let me explain what's going on here as Tarkin's going ahead. He's dropping some fat dabs on the enemy over here. We're in a new season of Data Crunch. It's going to be the longest season of Data Crunch. It's going to be lasting until December 26th of this year. I've already shown one video of Darth Vader, who's being very kind on the other side of the holo table, watching Tarkin do his thing. Darth Vader's pretty much beating every Galactic Legend. We made a video about that. Pretty nutty stuff, because with this season's Data Crunch, it's a nuclear arm race for who can get the most Empire cooldowns on that level 6 Datacron here. Good news is it's not level 9. Bad news is what you get. I'm not going to create a whole dissertation. You guys know I pins on Datacrons. I like that there's characters like Tarkin that have become absolutely amazing. I hate the farming process. I hate the RNG randomness element, because you might want to try to get these cooldown reduction Datacrons, but you're going to not get lucky and not get the rolls that you want here. Hopefully you will at least get one of them to either do this trick, Darth Vader's trick, Lord Vader's trick of just constant cooldown reductions. Because with this Datacron, for every debuff we're applying on the enemy, we're reducing our cooldowns by 1. The good thing about Grand Moff Tarkin, Intimidation Tactics, it's only a 3-turn cooldown, so you only got to apply debuffs on 2 characters. That's it. And he's going to constantly get into this perpetual loop of dabbing on the enemy here. And every time they're doing this, this is where Piet becomes critical. Piet is feeding Emperor's Trap for every Imperial turn. And if you guys remember, Emperor's Trap is increasing the offense and potency per stack. And this is important because Grand Moff Tarkin, when we inevitably use ultimate firepower within the last 5 seconds here or so, I just can't believe this is my background footage right now while we wait. When he does ultimate firepower, he's gonna do damage. His offense is gonna equal double his potency percentage. And when we're probably gonna have about, I'd say we're about halfway through, we're probably gonna have 400 stacks of Emperor's Traps. You know, I guess we can pull up the calculator while we're waiting here. Let's go pull up the calculator. 400 stacks times 1.06. So his potency is going to be roughly 169,000. And wait till you see the final number in the actual damage. And that's not even considering what his actual potency is inside of his kit that he already has baked in here, because he's also got potency up. So that number is going to be even higher. That's just a rough estimate, just to kind of show you what we're working with here. And then this also works because Emperor Palpatine's lead, he's increasing potency as well, on top of 35% extra potency for Imperial allies. But also, you're getting turn meter when you're applying debuffs. Every time you're inflicting a debuff, you're getting 20% turn meter. So, all right, we're getting lots of it. But Tarkin, when he's using intimidation tactics, which is what he's doing right now, dabbing on the enemy here, he's also getting 15% turn meter for each debuffed enemy. So you're getting quite a lot of turn meter here. So it leads itself to this perpetual loop, leading us to get our ultimate firepower built up here. This is literally the Death Star inside a squadron. It truly is. Pretty nutty. And then we're going to nuke away this Darth Vader team, or Lord Vader team. It's like a freaking Galactic Legend. And I think this is the funniest part, because this is supposed to be Lord Vader season. He's waited so patiently. He's waited for a chance to find this destiny of the game, and he is amazing now. He's no longer trash. He's the probably top tier now, but now you have things like this that are going to completely override this. And the reason why Wat Tambor is here and I passed over that tank tech over on Tarkin, because we need to cleanse off the damage over time in days. So that way he can get turn meter up against Lord Vader and do this. And I think the other crazy thing about this is going to be a great timeout mechanism. I can see people putting this team on defense because the AI is just going to keep using this over and over again, causing your opponents to time out potentially if Tarkin gets a turn. So let's start paying attention. We're about 10 seconds left on the clock here. It's 9, 8, 7. We're going to take it off auto, put it on 1x, and the game is probably going to crash here. Enjoy the fireworks. And now, don't get mad at me if you use this trick and your game crashes on you, because the game is probably going to stay frozen for quite a couple seconds here. So just let the system just realize what just happened before their eyes. And I got more footage here. One of my amazing shard mates here, Ben Skywalker, sent over a montage helping me save some arena attempts here. I just can't believe. This is the thing. They weren't able to beat Lord Vader in their montage, but I just showed you here you can beat Lord Vader. I think Wat Tambor is critical, or some sort of cleanser to go before Tarkin, to make sure Tarkin gets cleansed so he can go into his Terminator loop here. So Ben Skywalker recorded some other battles for us here. They went up against Rey, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, as well as Jedi Master Luke and Sith Throne. I fought pretty much all those. I asked my arena star, hey, can I get a Rey on defense? And Ben Skywalker's like, hey, I got a bunch of footage instead. I'm like, show me. So basically, I think the only team this is not going to work against, 1.5 team that's not going to work up against, Grand Moff Tarkin versus Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is going to be tricky because Hux has advantage. I think the only reason you're going to make that work is if, one, it's a bad Supreme Leader Kylo Ren team that does not have a full first order with Hux, because Hux stops turn meter, right? Wait, probably stop this, get Probe Dread to go before Tarkin, do a sweep of the target lock, buff the spell. Look at this. Boom. I want to show you my personal record. I believe I got 9.5 million, and the game's going to freeze up. And they stopped a minute and a half, and they were very kind and they were merciful to their opponent on this side of the holo table. So Hux, you're going to need to get that buff dispel and target lock. Look at this. The game just freezes up here. We're just going to skip ahead a little bit. If you get target lock on Hux, this should work against the proper Supreme Leader Kylo Ren team. They did go up against the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, but this is not going to stop Tarkin's turn meter loop because there's no full first order. So if you want to stop this, your best chance is full first order with Hux and hope that no probe droid takes away the advantage of them. And probe droid, keep in mind as well, they're going to be able to benefit off this Imperial cooldown as well. So they can probably keep sweeping until you get that target lock on them. And here you go. You start the loop cycle. And the only other team that's probably bulletproof from Tarkin is going to be Jedi Master Kenobi, because Jedi Master Kenobi controls all turn meter. No one gets turn meter on either side, whether negative or positive turn meter. Not going to work here. And then here you go. Absolutely nuked away right there. Oh my gosh. And the game freezes up again. We have Sith Eternal. Pretty easy stuff right here. Sith Eternal is going to get the first couple plays out on their side of the holo table here. And then eventually Tarkin's going to get going. So just remember, to make this work, you need Piet. Because if you don't use Piet, you have no way of ramping up that potency to that insane degree that we're seeing here, because Piet's pass just gets that potency and offense going, and that allows you to one-shot Galactic Legends. And there you go. Get the fracture, and then eventually you're going to wait in, get Tarkin rolling here in a few moments here. They get a couple turns, and there you go. Off to the races they go. And it looks like here, there we go. Put it on the full auto. And this is a little bit trickier because they're getting turn meter here. So as you see, you got to be a little bit more careful with this particular composition of Sith Eternal. But eventually, you should be able to get enough to be able to land the perfect hit on them. Let's see. Here we go. So it looks like they had to get rid of the Darth Revan here. And there we go. Now they're starting their loop here. Let's fast forward a bit more. There we go. Now they got their loop going. Same drill. So Sith Eternal might be a little bit trickier, especially if Nihilus on the other side. They might interrupt your Emperor's Trap. But luckily, you don't need a lot of Emperor's Trap to nuke the opposing team here. Here we go. I think they're about to light it up, and boom! And then you got Trey left over. So I think you got to be careful. Sith Eternal, oddly enough, might be a Galactic Legend, could pose some problems. Just mainly because of Trey, because she's stacking up bonus protect. So she might be a bit trickier if you don't get enough Emperor's Trap thrown here. We have Jedi Master Luke, and then once you get Tarkin up and running, it's off to the races. I think Master Luke, you got to be careful because they have a lot of Terminator right now, Datacrons. And if they have, let's say, Jedi Knight Luke take a turn, you kind of need Wat Tambor and that tank tech to cleanse them up. And here you go. This was my personal record. This is actually the first time I tried it out. There was a Sith Eternal on defense. This is mostly an anti-Kenobi Sith Eternal, but here, check this out right here. And this is a great banner win if you did see a Sith Eternal that didn't have Trey. Look at this. Here we go. The hit's coming in. And That right there is 9 million damage. So enjoy it while you can. The ultimate firepower of Tarkin. I want to say this is probably the craziest we're going to see from a squad arena based character and free-to-play accessible character. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully you got a decently relic Tarkin, especially, hey, if you have Sith Eternal. That's one of the nice things about it. Tarkin's a part of the requirement. So leave that like. Actually, you know what? Don't even leave like. Freaking use the Death Star in that like button. I want to see everyone's Tarkin smashing that like button down below. Oh, this is definitely a fun video. I just wish Dated Crowns were not bad in terms of their progression system. But anyways, I'm not going to rant about that. Let's keep this video exciting and happy because around here, it's great to be. It really is to be in the Empire today.